Once there was a boy named Daniel who grew up in a middle-class neighborhood where everyone knew each other. From the age of 10, Daniel was friendly, helpful, and eager to be liked. In school, he quickly became popular. By the time he was 13, he had a large group of friends. They played games together, shared lunch, laughed loudly, and made plans every day. Daniel believed this was what true friendship looked like. His father, a quiet and experienced man, often observed him. One day he said, "Daniel, as you grow older, you will meet many people. But remember, not everyone who spends time with you is your real friend." Daniel didn't take it seriously. At that age, friendship felt simple. If someone sat with you, laughed with you, they must care about you. As Daniel entered his teenage years, things began to change slowly, though he didn't notice it at first. Around the age of 15, school life became more competitive. Marks, popularity, sports, and social image started to matter more. Daniel still helped everyone. He shared notes before exams, explained difficult topics, and even skipped his own study time to help others. His friends appreciated him, but in a strange way. They depended on him, but they didn't support him the same way. One example happened during exams. Daniel spent hours helping a friend named Kevin prepare for a math test. Kevin kept saying, "You're a lifesaver. I wouldn't pass without you." But on the day Daniel himself needed help in another subject, Kevin avoided him, saying, "Sorry, I'm busy right now." That was the first small crack in Daniel's understanding of friendship. Still, he ignored it. At 16, social media became a big part of their lives. Daniel noticed something new. His friends were very active online with each other, but sometimes ignored him. They would hang out without inviting him and post pictures later. When Daniel asked, they would say, "Oh, it was just a small plan," or "We thought you'd be busy." In reality, they simply didn't think of him as important as he thought they were. Only one friend, Samuel, remained consistent. Whether online or offline, in good mood or bad, Samuel treated Daniel the same. At 17, a bigger lesson came. There was a group project that carried important marks for final grades. Daniel's group included the same friends he had trusted for years. Once again, Daniel did most of the work, research, writing, organizing, while others contributed very little. When the time came to present, something unexpected happened. One of the group members presented Daniel's work as his own, barely mentioning Daniel's effort. The teacher praised the group, but gave most credit to the one who spoke confidently, not the one who worked sincerely. After class, Daniel confronted them. Instead of apologizing, they said things like, "That's how teamwork works," or "You're too sensitive." In that moment, Daniel realized something important. Some people don't just take advantage once, they make a habit of it. Samuel later told him honestly, "A real friend doesn't compete with you unfairly or use your kindness. They respect your effort." Daniel finally began to understand. By the time he turned 18 and stepped into college life, he saw the pattern clearly. Friendships became even more practical. Some people approached him because he was good at studies. Some because he was well-mannered. Some because they needed help or connections. Very few cared about who he actually was. He started observing instead of blindly trusting. He noticed that some friends only called when they needed notes, help, or favors. Some disappeared when he was going through stress or failure. Some felt uncomfortable when he succeeded or did better than them. But Samuel remained the same. Whether Daniel was doing well or struggling, Samuel stayed. When Daniel failed a test once, others joked about it, but Samuel sat with him and said, "It's just one result. You'll do better next time." That simple moment meant more than all the laughter he had shared with others. At 19, Daniel faced another real-life situation. He was given an opportunity for an internship. It was limited and only a few students could apply. When his friends found out, instead of supporting him, some tried to discourage him, saying, "It's too hard, you won't get it," while secretly applying themselves. Samuel, on the other hand, said, "Go for it. Even if you don't get it, you'll learn something." Daniel applied, worked hard, and got selected. That moment changed everything. The same people who doubted him came back with smiles, pretending to celebrate him. But now Daniel had grown. He didn't become rude or arrogant. He simply became aware. He learned to keep boundaries. He helped people but not at the cost of himself. He trusted slowly, not blindly. By the age of 20, Daniel understood what his father meant years ago. Friendship is not about how long you've known someone or how many memories you share. It is about how they treat you when it actually matters. He realized that real friendship shows in practical ways. When you are struggling, who stands with you instead of avoiding you? When you succeed, who genuinely feels happy instead of jealous? When you say no, who still respects you instead of leaving you? In the end, Daniel's circle became very small. Many people were still around him, but only a few were truly close. And among them, Samuel remained the most important. Not because he was perfect, but because he was real. Daniel didn't regret losing fake friends. Instead, he felt relieved. Because it is better to walk alone than to walk with people who are only there for their own benefit. As he grew into adulthood, he carried one clear understanding in his heart. Not all friends are true friends, especially between the ages of 10 to 20 when people are still learning who they are. Some friendships are based on need, some on convenience, and only a few on truth. And those few are the ones worth keeping for life.